Internet, Master Jamal here, and we're going to talk about what it means to shift timelines and how do you do it. So in this video, I'm going to reference a couple videos I've made in the past, which I will link somewhere in the video here. But what it means to shift timelines is to essentially align to that version of you on that separate timeline that you want to be, that you are desiring to be, that you are visualizing yourself being or doing the things that that version of you would do. Now, excuse me, just drank some amino acids. But here's the thing. So when it comes to timeline shifting, it's not exactly what you think. So here's an image of what we are told linear time is. You have the past, the present, which is right now here in the middle, and then the future. What if I told you that that is incorrect? And what it actually looks like is something more like this. You are the center, and then referencing the video I made a while ago about you are the center of the universe, because you are the center, you are the focal point of your existence. In every direction that you could possibly have, that potential for being the potential past or potential future, are things that you can create with aligning to whichever one of those versions of yourself. Because once you align to that version of yourself, that new version of you becomes that new focal point. Hence, you always being the focal point of your reality. And that can look like you doing the practices you need to do that, just assuming that it's going to happen using the law of assumption, or anything that works for you. Because there are a lot of processes and techniques out here that you can use to help you manifest the desires that you want. All you are simply doing in reality are finding the things that work best for you, because all of them work, regardless of how many ads you see, regardless of all the things that people tell you. Every possible thing works. The catch-22 to it is not everything works for everyone. I want you to keep that in mind, because there's a lot of things you can go find on TikTok, just anywhere on the internet. There are so many things that you can find that can help you with manifesting the things that you want. The key to it is, again, that not everything works for everyone. I want you to really keep that in mind, and finding what works for you is really the ultimate goal with this. That's why I'm sharing different kinds of techniques, all things with law of attraction on this channel, and then I got a separate channel for my other stuff, because this stuff here on this channel is really important and it's not talked about enough. And with how things are going within the realm of things outside of you that you cannot control, if you are not aware of that simple fact that the things outside of you want your attention. Even me, right now you're watching this video. For this video, I want your attention. But me wanting your attention is for your favor. Unlike majority of the things outside of us that want our attention for us to be afraid, to be angry, to be judgmental, to have an opinion on something that doesn't really matter. Like, there are so many things outside of us that want our attention, and most of those things that want our attention aren't in favor of our highest good. But for me, wanting your attention now, this is for your highest good, because I want you to really understand the fact that it's not a game out here. All these different timelines, all these different possibilities. For example, the Mandela effect. So with the Mandela effect, for example, wow, I didn't think about bringing this up before, but I guess here we go. So the Mandela effect is an example of jumping different timelines. And we all remember it as Bear-Stained Bears or Bear-Stained Bears, whichever one it was. But the Mandela effect, an example of different timelines being jumped, is just that on the collective consciousness, which is like all of our collective consciousness, everyone's consciousness, to simply put it, we all were moved to a timeline where it was Bear-Stained Bears or Bear-Stained Bears or whatever it was. And that's because it was done collectively. The same with Tostinos, and there are so many. Like, I'm not going to spend too much time in this video even trying to give that too much thought, but there are a lot of Mandela effects. That's an example of quantum leaping or shifting timelines. Collectively, we were all moved to a different timeline, but just because we were all collectively moved to a timeline, that is not the end all be all. You still have the power to change your specific timeline to whatever you want. Again, just because the collective consciousness shifted to a particular timeline doesn't mean you can't still dictate your own personal timeline. Because collectively, yeah, we all went over here to where it was Bearstein Barons or whatever it is. And I'm also going to point out, this is the point of me pointing this out is simply because that's something outside of our control. Neither of us had a say on the title of the name of this, and that's it. That's just it. It's out of our control. But at the end of the day, we always have control over ourselves, which means regardless of what timeline we all are collectively moved to, we still have the ultimate and final say over what we experience in our reality. So I'm going to refer to this again. You are the focal point. You're always going to be the focal point of your reality. The sooner you identify that, the better. The sooner you're like, anything you can do to get you closer to realizing that you are the operator, you are the controller, you are the player. That's probably better. You're the player, you're the main character. You decide where you want to go. The sooner you realize that, the better. The sooner you realize that, the better you can do with the hand that you're dealt. The sooner you realize that, the better you can do with your current situation. Because with all the things that are going on, if you're giving away your attention to just anything and everything that's coming towards you, then you will literally never control or dictate your reality. If you continue to allow everything outside of you that you do not have a control over influence and essentially like what's the word I'm looking for? It's influencing and coerce you into making decisions that ultimately are not benefiting you. Like if you're watching this right now, I recommend just push pause for a sec, just be present, and notice the things that are around you. Just be silent. Which that'll be the next video I'm literally going to upload after this, the power of silence. So I'm going to do a little preview of that right now. Just shut up. Listen. Now this is another way of practicing the witnessing meditation, because in that video I did mention that you can practice the witnessing meditation with your eyes open. So the witnessing meditation is something I recommend you all take along with you with your journey, because with you just observing and listening and being present and not talking, not doing anything in response to what's going on around you, that will speed up the manifestation process for you to quantum leap into that timeline that you are wanting to be in. It's all a matter of controlling your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. The easier it gets for you, the better. The better you get at it. The more centered you are, the more calm you are, the more detached you are, the better. This way, everything would just speed up. Everything would just speed up. This has been Master Jamal. If you made it this far in the video, I do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.